Peter Obi in US. Make una listen to waiting Peter Obi talk for USA. Watch this video to the end. In fact, no skip and just watch until the end. I dey come back now because he gets some information I won't go gather. I won't ask a question once I come back. Just watch.
Iran generates 74,000 megawatts of electricity. We generate 4. And they're protesting. Iran has the unemployment of 11% and youth unemployment of 25%. We have unemployment of 19.8 and youth unemployment of 61%. So those youths will protest one day. Those of us who happen to be lucky to live in Ikwe and Victoria Land, I say to them every day, if we don't look for food for those who live in Ajegunle, one day we will not be living. So my people, what you need to do is, I believe that you must invest in Nigeria. You must bring your investment. What else can you do? Well, above all, Fela's last request is most critical. We must change the managers of Nigeria. And somebody asks, how about your life? You ask that question. You know why you ask that question? Nigeria has become a case of where lunatics took over the asylum. And we don't know what lunatics do when you want to take anything back from them. They create a thing as if there's a war. So you run away. The madman comes here and you say, hey, everybody say, I don't want to touch this madman. That's what they're doing. We need to take it back. We need to become as mad as they are and take it back. They can manage it. You have a critical problem. The managers of your country, I'm not talking about president or governor, anybody. Fella hit it. The lower people, none of you knows who is in your local government. Every local government in Nigeria receives 100 million naira every month. Go and look for their chairman, they are nowhere to be found. And the same thing goes with your state. You have a situation today where people are owing salary for 7 months and they're celebrating their birthday. How can you say a thing like that? How can you be celebrating when you've ruined people's life? People are dying and you're celebrating and people are watching it on TV. It's a crisis. And the only people that can stop that crisis is you. They can't stop it. Telling people in lunch that when I found it amazing that even people in America are part of the problem. As governor, I come here, you know what people tell me? This man bought this house, this man bought this house. Where are you going to buy your own? Why will I buy a house in America? I don't live in America. I have nothing to do with America. It only cost me $200 to come here and go. Why will I buy a house? Americans should live in America. I'm a Nigerian. I live in Onitsha. That is where I should live. I go to South Africa. I go to everywhere. I say, buy a house in South Africa. How many South Africans have bought a house in Nigeria? How many Americans have bought a house in Nigeria? So why would Nigerians come here? You live here. Yes, you can own a house here. But not people. I come here as governor and Nigerians will tell you, oh, let's bring somebody and have a party. Why will I leave Nigeria to come and do party here? No way. I should come here as a beggar for you to give me something to take home, not to come and celebrate here. I have people who need food in the country. And Nigerians are celebrating here. And you go there and become them His Excellency. When you should push them to go back and do their work at home. So start telling them, if your governor comes here or local government chairman, do not be part of celebrating him. Tell him to go home and fix what he's supposed to do. Don't encourage him to waste the resources. He didn't come with his money. He came with your money. We're asking you to bring back your own. What we need to do is to manage that which is there effectively. And on top of it, our government have the most wasteful people in charge in the world. We're in a state of Florida. This state has your richest state in America is California. with a GDP of 2.6 trillion, 6 times Nigerian GDP. With a per capita of 50,000, Nigeria is 2. Can governor of California drive 5 vehicles at a time? No, I'm asking you people a question. So we need to fix it. Can governor of California use 5 vehicles at a time? In your place, they use 30 and call it convoy. If it's not madness, tell me what it is. Or you think madness is when somebody doesn't have a cloth? No, there's famous for madness. That's what we need to fix first. So I want you to be part of that change agent fella is saying. Let people have souls and care for their people. That is what we need in our country. We need people who can think. Why are we not investing in the right thing? Today everybody knows everybody is investing in education and all that. We're not investing. People are telling why the problems we have solved in Nigeria. How can it solve? 60% of the people, children out of school live in sub-Saharan Africa. 10 million live in Nigeria. Yes. You can go and check your records. I saw somebody the other day. A particular state in Nigeria, Zamfara. Let me just call it. In the last year, NECO had only 110 students. Only 24 passed. A state of 5 million people. 24. When another state has almost 200,000 for the same exam, it won't work. It's Nigeria. Every part of Nigeria is important to us. We have to ask that question. Why? What is happening? So when we're now Nigerians staying here, your investment is critical, but what is more critical? That you become part of the change agent. On top of this type of a situation, you still have people like me who are elected. Only in Nigeria, you elect people. People ask me now while we're eating lunch, what is the problem? I said, the problem is the people. So only in Nigeria that you elect people. They don't have car, they don't have anything. 6 months, they build a house, buy 20 cars, and call it for Thanksgiving, and people will go there. And they will be praying in the church, telling God to bless them. And the bishop will preach that wherever they got the money, should give them more when they have to call police. Because they know where the money came from. Everybody knows where the money came from. But they are still celebrating it. He comes to America and buy a house, and they said, if you see his house, and it's in choice areas. When he's in Washington, they tell you this place, this man owns the house here. In New York, this man owns the house here. With whose money? Let him show you his business. His daytime job. That earn that money. For God's sake, why would Peter come and buy the choice area in Washington when he didn't own it before? A governor built a house that is unbelievable, and they asked, he said, I used to have the money. Why didn't you build it before? Hey, wait a minute. What are you telling us? And you're owing us salary. Even if you had the money before, you would have kept quiet. The rascality must stop. That's what we need to do first. Let's deal with this rascality first. It's when we stop this rascality.
I don't come back. Now I want to ask him direct. Peter be abeg answer me. All these things when you talk now, if you enter, you go do all of them. No be to talk, because we don't see people when they do like this before. We don't see many of them. But once una enter, we know they see anything. Una know, in fact, na auntie una promise, na una they do. You understand? So all these things when they talk now, you go do any of them. All these things when they talk now, if you enter, say you know they do well. If the youth come out, come protest, you know go still send unknown gunmen, make them go shoot them for Lekki Toll Gate. With the fear on now, we don't know who to vote and who not to vote. As a matter of fact, me, now on that day of election, now I go know who I go vote. As I just they enter there. now I go know who I go vote. For now, I never really get anybody when I go vote, because all of una don't trick us before, and una want still continue to dey trick us, which me personally I don't want at all. So answer me.